Well, I think it's the 30th, right? January 30th, 2023, depending on what calendar you want to listen to.
Yes, and I have to have a minute to do a shout out because it's Queen Califia's birthday today.
Oh, no way. Okay. I
Yes,
know I know
way.
I know how we're ending the show. Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Oh, Queen Califia, man, singing griffins. Is that like screeching cats? I don't know. Okay. So we're gonna talk about the program today. What do you think of when I say the program?
I think of everything everybody's been hypnotized to believe.
Okay, well, I want to introduce you to a program. This guy's a program.
My wife and I must return to our world.
Why?
That is our karma.
You believe in karma?
Karma is a word, like love. A way of saying, what I am here to do. My wife and I must return to our world.
Why?
That is our karma.
You believe in karma?
Karma is a word, like love. A way of saying, what I am here to do. My wife and I must return to our world.
Why?
That is our karma.
You believe in karma?
Karma is a word, like love. A way of saying, what I am here to do. You do not understand.
I just have never.
Heard a program speak of love.
It is a human emotion.
No, it is a word.
Human emotion.
No, it is a word.
Human emotion.
No, it is a word. What matters is the connection the word implies.
No, it's not the connection that the word implies. It is the power behind the use of sound.
There's sand on top of the plate, and you play different tones through the speaker. The plate vibrates, which forms different shapes depending on the frequency of the sound.
Now, depending on the frequency of the sound. Well, what is the sound? Is the sound a word? Is a sound a word, or is a word a sound?
I see that you are in love. Can you tell me what you would give to hold on to that connection?
Anything.
Then perhaps the reason you are here is not so different than the reason I am here.
That's the middle. How many hours have you heard me rail about the fact that we've just got to start talking? You can't say that guy had a Biden sticker or there was the Ukraine flag. No, look, they're programmed. This guy's a program. He's your neighbor.
Yes.
I know you.
Yes, in the restaurant of the Frenchman. I am Ramakandra. This is my wife Kamala, my daughter Sati.
Both programs. They're both programs. Everybody's a program.
We are most honored to meet you.
You're programs.
Oh, yes. I am the power plant systems manager for recycling operations. My wife is an interactive software programmer. She is highly creative.
What are you doing here? You do not belong here.
Kamala.
Oh, by the way, Brandy, she's more like your type of program. she immediately goes for the throat. Wait.
She is highly creative.
Oh, he says she's highly creative. I can't do all the things that I do very, very well without Brandy being highly creative. And here's what Brandy says to everybody.
What are you doing here?
Sorry, I'll keep going.
Kamala, goodness, I apologize. My wife can be very direct.
It's okay. I don't have an answer. I don't even know where here is.
This place is nowhere. It is between your world and our world.
Who's the train man?
He works for the Frenchman.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
The Frenchman does not forget, and he does not forgive.
You know him?
I know only what I need to know.
Yeah, I know only what I need to know because you know what he is?
Programmed.
I am Ramakandra. This is my wife Kamala, my daughter Sati. We are most honored to meet you.
You're programs.
Oh, yes. I am the power plant system.
Oh, yes. I work at Pfizer. Here's the recent version of the program that we're in right now, the Tyranny. This is the latest move.
Matrix Resurrections that he is practically a new character. We also talked about a theory that the Matrix Force Smith was created by the Analyst. So could Smith and Trinity be programs created by the Analyst? Welcome to Matrix Explained.
Welcome to the desert of the real.
The desert of the real. The last show we did just minutes ago involved an understanding, standing under an image, a visage of things that were created in holographs. Remember that show?
Yes.
Okay, so we have the ability to hack our matrix. That's what I'm trying to do here. So, and it's done with vibration and sound and frequency. This is what happens when you screw with vibration, sound. You're hacking. Hack yourself. You got to hack your way out of this. Every single one of us.
The first experiment for the cymatics music video is called a Chladni plate. A Chladni plate's basically a metal plate attached to the top of the speaker. There's sand on top of the plate, and you play different tones through the speaker. The plate vibrates, which forms different shapes depending on the frequency of the sound.
Well, we blew up a lot of speakers.
Yeah. You had to wake up. That is your mouth running your life. Because here's what's in front of us. The matrix is glitching. People don't think that we're making headway. Look at this.
All right, everybody sees me walking. I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving. It's not moving. But it sounds like it's moving.
And there's even a banner behind it.
Amazing.
Would you like to look? This is not some crisis actor. This woman's walking down her street with her phone in her hand, saying to you, "No way, you're not." Look, there's a banner behind it, and it sounds like it's flying.
All right, everybody sees me walking.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll play pilot for a second. Well, there's a headwind that is equal to the lift capacity and the whatever. This plane is not moving. It sounds like it's moving, and it should be moving.
I'm walking. Look. This plane isn't moving. It's not moving. But it sounds like it's moving.
Did you ever think you couldn't believe what you saw out of your own eyes?
You saw it of your own eyes. Okay, we've been doing this all day. So let's talk about a glitch in the human matrix. He is having difficulties, baby. Oh, let's look at this glitch in the Matrix. This is a comedian making fun of herself. Watch what happens next.
Booster, flu shot,
Господин президент.
double vaxxed, booster, flu shot, and I'm going to be honest, I have the shingle shot too. And I still get my period. What? Yes! Traveled, went to Mexico twice, did shows, meet and greets, never got COVID. Clearly, Jesus loves me the most. Seriously. So nice. So nice.
OMG.
Acting. She's not acting. She called the name of Christ, and Christ said, "Oh, really? You want to play?" So let's talk about how to actually hack your body with this type of tech.
With the Chladni plate. So there was a lot of experimenting around the Chladni plate, primarily looking at how much volume we can put through there, how much sand to actually put on the plate, and the different shapes of plates and what different patterns would be created because...
Yeah, look, there's like a million different things, right? Well, if only there was our sponsor that did things like went to a bunch of cities every year. This is part of the team.
Ready for Boston, Ricky? Mostly.
So you want to experience something that you can actually say before you purchase, and I can show to you real-time measurement. That's what biohacking is. It's the ability to measure and take you from a state of where you are now and improve it. If you take one thing out from wanting to come here just to actually try it, and if it improves your life, you see it in improvement, then it could be for you, and that sets the stage for everything else. The next conference for Biohacking Congress is in Miami, but there's a lot of other conferences going on too. We've got anti-aging, other biohacking conferences. We've got virtual conferences that we're doing, so stay up to date, check our email, get on our email newsletter, and you can find out more about these events.
You have to reclaim your health, okay? You got to do this in your own freaking house. If you really want to get...
This mistake is costing Amazon Prime shoppers big.
I don't care. This is a long cast that our sponsor did. This is look, there's more information here. If you go look at the Chiron, you call them, okay? Because this is what we're dealing with, and you need all of this type of tech in order to get there. I mean, this is the real stuff. There's actual things that can be purchased. It's available because this is what we're fighting against. Everybody says that there is this thing which we're dealing with. It's right here in front of me. And they're talking about all these trials. This is a patented piece. A patent. This is not natural. Do you know what's natural? This is the natural you.
There can be only one.
This is the woman that's waking up, by the way. She's waking up. Do you recognize that look?
Wow.
I found this Gandalf channel. I didn't sleep for 3 days.
What does the wizard always say?
The ways of the wizard are not known by many.
Exactly.
So she's figuring it out because this is what happens. This is how you fix that shit in your system. You upgrade. It looks like this. Everybody says they're awake. No, you got to get engaged with the electrical part of the planet. This is how you do it. You think that's waking up?
I think that's waking up.
So what you have to do is get some things in your life that are this type of engagement where you're observing the change in you based on the change in frequency. watch this. Watch the differences in the frequency, because the real frequency and change is when you get to here. This is what you're trying to do with your very powerful mouth. So in order to get there, you have to get your life in some sort of construct where you can do this with your body, with your mouth.
What frequencies create the most interesting repeatable patterns? Because that was a key point. So we ended up playing pretty much every audio frequency through the plate to see what different shapes it would form.
And for most frequencies, it doesn't really do much. But when it hits a frequency that resonates with the plate, it forms a really nice pure shape. So we found out what those...
the frequency that resonates with the human. So when the human starts resonating with their own frequency that's individual to them, does that look like a rapture to you? Why don't you rapture yourself with some frequencies out of your face?
Tones were, and those were the tones we used to draw the plate in the video.
There's a guy named Dr. Leonard Horowitz. He is the OG.
5 to 8 hertz frequency has been determined to be nearly the precise center of the entire electromagnetic color spectrum. There's only one number in the entire numbering system whereby the electromagnetic color spectrum is the same as the sound system. That one number is 528. Both the same in color and sound. 5 to 8 hertz frequency.
A miraculous key that opened doors that no man can close and closed doors that no man can open. 528. It will change your life in the most beneficial way. And now we have substantive evidence, massive amounts of evidence that is what 528 is. Ultimately, what has happened with this planet is that we are in dissonance to another note, another frequency. It turned out that when we discovered the original musical scale, there was not just 6, but a total of 9 core creative frequencies to the universe. That is, everything in the universe is made from 9 notes, only 9. And that the first 6 are the solfeggio, and then there's 3 additional ones that form a perfect circle of sound. And that perfect circle of sound looks something like this. If you graph it. So the first 6 notes, 396, 417, 528, 639, 741, 852, was the original solfeggio scale. The 528 that you can see on my left in green is the color.
So now we're searching for the magic frequency, and we start with 100 hertz.
Green, it's the heart of the rainbow.
Even the commercials are working with us.
That's the miracle note from the original solfeggio note, from the original solfeggio scale. And the other note that you see, 741, which is part of nature, is called the devil's interval in musicology. That when you play 741 with 528, it creates such an annoying and dissonant energy, diseasing, stressful, that if you continue to listen to it, you could die. And so that the concept here is interesting. In the world today, we have people who are controlling virtually everything economically, geopolitically. Their agenda has been population manipulation, population control for millennia. They have held the secret knowledge, the ancient music, by which the pyramids were constructed based on the math. All of the universe is constructed according to these 9 tones. They knew about them. In fact, they instituted. In fact, it was the Rockefeller Foundation in 1939 that instituted the world's standard tuning. The Western world tunes to a 440 hertz frequency. That when you tune your instrument to that, the F sharp note is 741. Precisely.
The A440 is what now is the standard tuning. If you go A439, you're closer to one of the creator's tones. If you go A441, you're closer to one of the creator's original tones. That's how precisely it has been manipulated. To do what? To shut down the 95% of your brain, particularly the right brain that operates the heart mind to the divine human community. Here is a metaphor so that you begin to understand what we're talking about. When you go driving your car and your channel on the radio is tuned to a station and you're grooving to the music, you love that music. As you get farther and farther away from the broadcasting tower, that music gets static. You start to lose the signal from the clear channel broadcast, and it gets staticky. When it gets staticky, you get a little annoyed. But you want to listen to it. You really have a heart for that music, so you continue to listen to it for another 10, 15 miles, and suddenly it becomes so annoying that you just get disgusted. You go, and you shut it off. And if you continue to listen to it, you get sick. That's what we're talking about here. Except you don't even know that you've been listening to the static your whole life. You don't even know what the true resonance
manager for recycling operations. My wife is an interactive software programmer. She is highly creative.
What are you doing here? You do not belong here.
Kamala, goodness, I apologize.
The program.
Get sick.
Oh,
that's what we're talking.
That's what we're talking about. But people don't know. They don't know. They smile and they say, "Oh yes, I am. What am I? I'm not a human. I'm not a sovereign."
Recycling operations. My wife is an interactive software programmer. She is highly creative.
What are you doing here? You do not belong here.
Kamala, goodness, I apologize.
Yeah, I apologize that I actually turned it off.
About here. Except you don't even know that you've been listening to the static your whole life. You don't even know what the true resonant frequency is because it has been kept. So in other words, the master composer, master conductor of the universe.
Master composer, the master conductor. Oh no. The master composer, the master conductor. He's not planning on this.
Look. This plane. Is it moving?
No, because it's stuck. It's stuck in the Matrix.
The idea that neither Smith nor Trinity are the originals comes from another new character in Matrix 4.
Oh, the idea that the Democrats and the Republicans are going to do something.
Research shows nostalgia can help you remember ads. So customize and save with Liberty Mutual.
Lightsabers are finally a reality, and you can own one. This new military flashlight is basically a lightsaber.
Kidding me?
Before the analyst got his epiphany.
The analyst. This guy is the programmer right here. That's Doogie Howser. He got in our lives early, right? This is what he says.
This is our main clue that Trinity is not the original Trinity.
Everyone's confused. Is he a white hat or a black hat or a red hat? Or is he Neo?
Analyst's plan. The explanation of how this theory could work is as follows. After Neo's death, the analyst realized that he could use the anomaly's code to power the new Matrix. But Neo is dead, obviously. So the analyst had to create a new body by copying Neo's DNA. This body would be more machine-like than the other humans, and it would be the new vessel for the anomaly's code. The analyst then created a sentient program with Neo's memories and desires, installed it into this new body, and began...
installed it into this new body. Well, I have a way to get out. The way to get out is this.
Universal Orchestra is singing love songs in 5/8, uplifting everything simultaneously. And we're the only species out of tune and accepting static for the clear channel. Out of tune and accepting static for the clear channel. Out of tune and accepting static for the clear channel. Dr. Masaru Emoto. He goes up on stage and he has a triangular, musical triangle that he hits.
Wait. I have a thing we can do here. Do you hear me? We're going to sing Happy Birthday as only Gandalf will sing Happy Birthday. My boy Jimmy. I miss this guy. Happy birthday, Queen Califia. I gotta find the tune of Happy Birthday in the middle of Jimmy's guitar. Happy birthday, Queen Califia.
Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me a real good time. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me a real good time. A phone call, a telephone, and a telegram, and some mail. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me a day. Once a year, it comes around. When it comes, some people cry, but I'm happy. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me a real good time. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me a real good time. A phone call, a telephone, and a telegram, and some mail. Everybody wishing me a happy birthday. Everybody wishing me once a year.
Okay. Our birthday segment is done. We sang Happy Birthday to Califia in a way that I have actually never done before. Right. So what he's saying is that there's a thing that happens between 2 points, and these are resonant frequencies.
And accepting static for the clear channel. Dr. Masaru Emoto. He goes up on stage and he has a triangular, musical triangle that he hits like in an orchestra. He's hitting it over here. He hits a bing, and about 30 yards or 30 feet away is his interpreter standing here with the same exact replica of that same size triangle. Frequency tuned to the same frequency. And he tells his interpreter to put a microphone next to it. And suddenly this one starts to resonate. He hits that one over there. This one starts resonating. How much of your body is full of water? They used to say when I was at Harvard School of Public Health, the truth was back then about 86%, 86% of your body, well hydrated, was water. Today they tell us it's only 75%. Hogwash, they've been dehydrating everybody with the poisons. 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. Photon, phonon, reception, transmission for intercellular communication and cellular upregulation. You know what's cellular upregulation of the function of DNA? 93% of the function of DNA is light and sound reception and transmission. Photon, phonon, reception, transmission for intercellular communication and cellular upregulation. Transmission for intercellular communication and cellular upregulation. You know what cellular upregulation means? It means precipitation. And the now, every millisecond, instant second, you're remanifesting right now in water. Water is the most energy conductive of all of the materials.
Do you know what doesn't have water?
My wife can be very direct.
It's okay. I don't have an answer. I don't even know where here is.
This place is nowhere. It is between your world and our world.
Who's the train man?
He works for the Frenchman.
Why did I know you were going to say that?
The Frenchman does not forget, and he does not forgive.
You know,
I know only what I need to know. I know that if you want to take something from our world into your world that does not belong there, you must go to the French.
I must do nothing. I must do nothing. I'm this guy.
The quickening of the powers base! I know everything!
You want to scare a minute? Everybody says every Aquarian age theorist, which I can go back 4,000 or 5,000 years in my references here, and you know I'm not bullshitting. That I have actual text. Hey, Brandy, how many shows have we done where I read something that is literally hard to read because the letters are different?
Often.
This is, do you want to ascend? Looks pretty scary, doesn't it?
Okay.
Look at that torian coil. You see the torian coil? This is a better answer.
It's a superconductor. Let me give you the fundamental. The root of upregulation means, it means regulation. You know what?
Regulation? I'm saying everyone wants a scare event. The scare event, is this scary enough for you? This is violent upregulation. This is the near-death event when the Aquarian energy hits our planet. This is the look at that, it's fear. Yeah, and everyone's done. Why don't we upregulate a different way?
Cellular upregulation means, it means precipitation. And the now, every millisecond, instant second, you're remanifesting right now in water. Water is the most energy conductive of all of the materials. It's a superconductor. Let me give you the fundamental, the rudimentary origin of the numbers. Here it is. The most important numbers, 3 6s and 9s. Again, Tesla said, Tesla, who created Tesla coil. Tesla coils, energy amplifiers. Your DNA is...
Hey, if you want to order a Tesla coil right now, who do you call?
Anti-aging.
An energy amplifier, a coil. operating by the 3, 6s, and 9s primarily. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you've probably looked at engines.
Oh, wait a minute. Engines and motors. Engines and motors? You want engine and motors? This is an actual engine of change in your body. This is a Tesla coil. He just said, you want a Tesla coil over here? You want a Tesla coil.
Fire coil. Operating by the 3, 6s, and 9s primarily. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you've probably looked at.
Those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you can actually buy the shit. These are energy emitting devices that do exactly what Horowitz is talking about.
Engines or motors, magnets that have been wound with copper wire. When you do that, when you wind the copper, coil the copper around the magnet, it enhances the energy dramatically. That's what your DNA is. It's an antenna to the creator. Every single cell of your body has this energy capability. It has this divine intelligence. What does that mean? That means the first entities that you should be communing with in order to uplift yourself, sustain yourself, heal yourself, is the billions of cells in your body that have its own unique genetic intelligence, its own sacred spiral to the creator. And so this is the structure of the way that the universe operates, which does fabulous for us, our understanding of some of the most wonderful pieces of information to allow us to live a faithful life. A life according to the law, according to the matrix. Here is the simple way to analyze this. You've heard of what goes around comes around. You've heard of as you sow, so shall you reap. So this is explains it. Let's say that you're here and you are putting out negative thoughts, negative behaviors, negative actions. It's all energy. The neurology in your brain's powerful. 86% of you is God water. So now that's the neurology in your brain's powerful. 86% of you is God water. 86% of you is God water. So now that's going out, and it goes out, and here's what happens. It goes out, it goes up and down. This is called the event horizon. You shoot down through the middle of the event horizon, which is the black hole, comes out, spins back around, ultimately comes right back.
That is a toriad coil. That's a toriad coil. We are part of this toriad coil. You want to wake up? You can wake up this way.
There can be only one.
Because right now, he is no longer this guy.
Frenchman, is that what you're doing here?
Rama, please.
I do not want to be cruel, Kamala. He may never see another face for the rest of his life.
He may be censored forever. Because this is a program.
This is my wife, Kamala. I am Ramakandra. This is my wife, Kamala, in the restaurant of the Frenchman. I am Ramakandra. This is my wife, Kamala, my daughter, Sati. We are most honored to meet you.
An actual human. A true blood. Because this is the new you, should you decide to wake up. I want you to notice that he drops his weapon. That's very important. Wait, let's do this in real time. 9/11 was an inside job. Big Pharma is not here to help us. The MSN, MSM, MSNBC, CNN, they're all false. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to go take the 528 hertz plunge.
Bringing to you karma. Bringing to you divine judgment. It's all according to the mathematical matrix. It's certain, it doesn't lie, it's always consistent. There's nothing missing, nothing broken in it. You're remanifesting right now in water. Water is the most energy conductive of all of the materials. It's a superconductor. Let me give you the fundamental.
The fundamental superconductor? I got your superconductor, baby. You are the superconductor. Does that look pleasant? There's a more serene way.
The rudimentary origin of the numbers. Here it is. The most important numbers, 3 6s and 9s. Again, Tesla, who created Tesla coil. Tesla coils, energy amplifiers. Your DNA is an energy amplifier, a coil. Operating by the 3 6s and 9s, primarily. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, you've probably looked at engines or motors, magnets that have been wound with copper wire. When you do that, when you wind the copper, coil the copper around the magnet, it enhances the energy dramatically.
You there, Brandy?
I am.
Is this a toroid coil?
It looks like one.
So before you started actually putting up with my bullshit 24 hours a day, did you know what a toroid coil was?
No, I did not.
Okay, so people say they're woke if they realize there's election fraud. I'm telling you that you're a little woke if you even know what toroid coil means. Do you get my rail? Does it make sense?
I get your rail. It sounds like something else I've seen. Takes a lot for us to be awoken.
The Matrix says that we're a battery. This is a battery. That means we're a toroid coil. That means that the enemy took the best of us and used it against us. And that's what we're here to argue with.
Stand our ground.
A Marine is a rifleman. A rifleman is a weapon. A rifleman that is a Marine may not cede his position, CEDE, cede his position. He may not move backwards. So I'm telling you, as the battery that you are, stop being this. Stop proudly proclaiming who you are.
Oh, yes. I am the power plant systems manager.
I am the worker in an office building.
For recycling operations. My wife is an interactive software
Well,
program.
my wife is actually sort of a bitch, but I'm not going to say that out loud because the things that she says is,
Programmer. She is highly creative.
What are you doing here?
what are you doing here? You're going to mess up my matrix. You're going to mess up my matrix because the matrix is glitching. The matrix is glitching. That's the matrix falling.
That's what your DNA is. It's an antenna to the Creator. Every single cell of your body has this energy capability. It has this divine intelligence. What does that mean? That means the first entities that you should be communing with in order to
uplift yourself. And that's everyone in your neighborhood right there. What the heck?
That's right.
My vote doesn't mean anything? I'm a million miles from that. Oh my God. That guy up the street's been right the whole time. Are you this exhausted?
At times.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
At times.
I've been doing this more than a minute. Get up. That's Gandalf that woke up about 30 years ago. That's your neighbor who so long has missed you. And the rift of bullshit has kept it from being a relationship. Oh my God, my neighborhood's back. Finally, this war is coming to an end. Heal your neighborhood. Step out of the matrix. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie. Good night, everyone.